Seong Yun smiles again. Soo Kai's heartwarming struggle brings the internet to tears. Welcome back to K-Drama Haven, where every heartbeat tells a story. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out more update in the entertainment industry. Today, we bring you one of the most soul-stirring and emotional stories in recent entertainment history. A tale that starts in quiet despair and ends with a moment that had millions sobbing around the globe. This is the story of Seong Yun's smile, and Soo Kai's unstoppable fight to bring it back. The smile that disappeared. It all began weeks ago during a photoshoot that was supposed to mark a new era in Seong Yun and Soo Kai's careers. Both stars were at their peak, glowing with energy, laughing between takes, holding hands for their playful couple-themed poses. But then something changed. Sources close to the set revealed that midway through the shoot, Seong Yun suddenly clutched her chest and staggered back. The brightness in her face faded. Her laughter stopped. Cameras were lowered. Silence spread. Within minutes, she was rushed to the hospital. And that radiant, unforgettable smile vanished. A man on a mission. Soo Kai never left the hospital grounds. Fans first spotted him pacing outside the ER, jacket draped over his shoulders, phone in hand, whispering to someone with urgency. When asked why he stayed, his only reply was, "I'll leave when she smiles again." For days, he refused to sleep in comfort. Instead, he stayed curled on the waiting room couch, barely touching his meals, watching the entrance of the ICU with tear-stained eyes. Doctors advised rest. His manager suggested he return to set. But Soo Kai only shook his head. She smiled for everyone. "Now it's my turn to bring it back." His secret promise. What fans didn't know was that Soo Kai had made a secret vow. He approached the head nurse privately and asked for a favor. Each day, he was allowed to leave a note for Seong Yun, a voice recording, a sketch, or a small object with a memory. A paper crane with their first filming location written on the wings. A photo of her mid-laughter, captioned, "You light up everything." A voice note of him reading her favorite lines from their hit drama. He left these in her hospital room like breadcrumbs leading her back to joy. And slowly they worked. The moment the world saw her smile. Then came the moment that shook the fandom. A video surfaced, just 8 seconds long, shared anonymously by a hospital worker. In the dim glow of her hospital room, Seong Yun sat by the window, pale but upright, holding a small drawing. It was a cartoon sketch of her and Soo Kai standing under a sun, with a quote that read, "No matter how dark the sky gets, your smile brings out the sun." And then, it happened. She smiled. Not a forced smile. Not a tired twitch of the lips. A genuine, soft, glowing smile. That 8-second clip went viral instantly, crashing fan sites and trending on platforms across Asia. #SongYun Smiles Again hit 25 million mentions in under 6 hours. The reunion in the hallway. Shortly after the smile was captured, an emotional reunion took place. Soo Kai was walking down the hospital hallway when the door to Tan's room creaked open. She stood at the entrance, a blanket wrapped around her shoulders, weak but standing. He froze. She smiled at him again, this time on purpose. He blinked, disbelieving. And then he ran to her. No cameras, no press. Just a hug that felt like it lasted a lifetime. He whispered, "There you are." And she whispered back, "You brought me back." The interview that broke everyone. Days later, Soo Kai sat for an exclusive interview. Viewers expected a promotional talk. What they got instead was raw emotion. With trembling hands, he looked into the camera and said, "People call us idols, stars, celebrities. But sometimes we forget that even stars can lose their shine. I would have given up every project just to see her smile again. That smile means more to me than any role." And when asked what was next for them, he replied, "Whatever makes her smile more." The letter that melted hearts. What the public didn't know at the time was that Soo Kai had written a heartfelt letter to Seong Yun while she was recovering, a letter he never expected her to read, but one she found tucked beneath her hospital pillow weeks later. It read, "I don't know if you'll ever read this. I don't know if your eyes will open tomorrow. But if they do, and if you smile even a little, I want you to know that smile saved me first. And I'll spend the rest of my life returning the favor." When Seong Yun read those words aloud during a private fan gathering, the room fell silent. One fan fainted from emotion. Others wept openly. The letter was soon engraved into jewelry, printed on posters, and even carved into wood by artists across Asia who turned it into a symbol of unconditional devotion. The fans who never gave up. It wasn't just Soo Kai who waited by her side. Her fans, lovingly called Sunnies, stayed up through nights of uncertainty, sending her messages of strength and stories of healing. They lit candles during vigils. They sang her OST songs outside the hospital window. Some even painted murals of her smile in their hometowns. One viral video featured a child recovering from surgery holding a picture of Tan Songyun whispering, "Jie, you can do it too." Another clip showed a grandfather, eyes misty, singing one of her lullabies while holding his grandchild. It wasn't just a fandom anymore. It was a movement. A shocking revelation from Soo Kai's manager. Days after the emotional reunion, Soo Kai's longtime manager, Mr. Lin, made a bold revelation during an interview that stunned fans. He said, Soo Kai turned down 3 international film offers while Tan Songyun was in the hospital. One of them was from Hollywood. I tried to persuade him. He just said one thing. "What's a role compared to a heartbeat?" The interviewer was stunned. The audience fell silent. And from that moment on, Soo Kai wasn't just seen as a celebrity. He was seen as a guardian. A man whose fame didn't matter as long as the woman he cared for was still fighting. Tan Songyun's transformation. After her recovery, fans noticed a shift in Tan Songyun, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. She started wearing lighter colors. Her eyes sparkled in a new way. During a fashion shoot in Bali, she smiled between every single frame, laughing so joyfully that even the makeup artists teared up behind the scenes. In an interview with Elle, she said, "I used to smile for the camera. Now I smile because I remember how dark it felt when I couldn't." She paused, then added, "And because someone reminded me how to find the light again." An unexpected proposal. At a recent award ceremony, Soo Kai and Tan Songyun appeared together for the first time post-hospital. Dressed in complementary shades of silver and pearl, the pair walked the red carpet like royalty. But it wasn't just their outfits that caught attention. It was Soo Kai's gesture, reaching into his suit pocket, pulling out a delicate silver bracelet, and placing it on her wrist right in front of the cameras. Fans froze. Was this a gift? Coded message? And then he whispered to her, mic still on, "For the hand I never want to let go of again." Social media exploded. #Is this the proposal trended in 32 countries. News outlets called it the silent proposal. One fan screamed in a reaction video, "I haven't even been proposed to, and I said yes for her." The drama that brought them home. Now, the pair is set to star in a new series titled A Sky with No End, where Soo Kai plays a man who searches galaxies for the one he loves, and Tan Songyun plays a stargazer who no longer believes in love. Art imitating life. Perhaps. But what's clear is this. The chemistry between them is no longer just acting. Behind-the-scenes footage from the first filming day showed them holding hands between takes, sharing quiet laughs, and Soo Kai gently brushing hair from her eyes as the director called, "Cut." Even the crew couldn't contain their emotions. One assistant director posted, "You don't direct love like that. That's real." The final message that broke the internet. In a fan livestream celebrating her return, Tan Songyun took one last question. A fan asked, "What do you call someone who helps you smile again?" She thought for a moment, then smiled and said, "You call him home." And still she smiles. Tan Songyun now runs a foundation supporting mental health recovery, called Smile Again, dedicated to helping artists and fans heal through music, letters, and connection. The first donor, Ukai. His donation message simply read, For the smile that saved the world. K-Drama Haven, we don't just tell stories. We feel them. We live them. And we cry with you through every moment. Make sure you subscribe because this journey is far from over. The next smile is just around the corner.